This creative system is the only reason why me and my clients made 2 million in revenue in 2025. And I'm about to say, this system is the only reason why, if you go through my Instagram, we're able to achieve these fucking incredible return of ad spends, 6, 7, 10, 15, whatever it is, right? It's because of this. If most of the stuff you're doing inside your brand and your brand processes just revolve around trying to run more ads, organic, and you're not paying attention to your creatives at all, let me tell you, you are I can say this quite confidently, you are wasting your fucking time. Like you trying to learn how to run ads or trying to post this every single day, trying to be consistent, it's all for nothing if you don't implement what I'm about to show you in this video. So everything I'm going to cover in this video is going to be directly helping you build the right creative infrastructures to scale in 2025, because quite frankly, that is the only way you're going to succeed in 2025 and onwards. So grab a pen, notepad, whatever it is needed, take notes on it, whatever you need to do, okay? Watch this video, okay? It's gonna help you out a lot, okay? And then let's get to it. The number one objective is obviously to get sales, right? If you're watching this video, these YouTube videos on how to do this, and you watch this 10, 20, 30-minute video, and if you're watching this and you implement and you don't get sales, then obviously it's a waste of time, right? So before though, we sort of need to understand, we need to understand what's actually stopping you from getting your sales and sort of work backwards, okay? So, because there's actually multiple factors that is actually stopping you from getting consistent sales, okay? Before we talk about the creative system or anything, okay? And I've laid this out to you in sort of 5 main pillars, okay? So let's go through them. Number 1 is trust, okay? I need to switch colors because this is yellow and I'm a yellow pen, okay? Number 1 is trust, okay? Couple questions. Do they feel safe while buying? Is it a real brand? And does it meet expectation? Like, is the quality of the product going to be the same? Is the shipping time going to be the same, okay? So these pillars needs to be addressed for them to trust you, to send their money to you in exchange for the clothes. Even, they might be in the position where they really like your clothes, but the trust in them, then you're not going to get the sale, okay? Number 2 is the perceived value over cost. So this is more towards the actual pricing, okay? Pricing and value of the product, okay? You got to understand, it's like every single product has its price and the value attached to it, right? Like, let's just give a look at Babe. The reason they're able to sell, hoodies that cost, $1,000, $2,000 is because the branding, obviously, but the branding matches the value of it, right? The perceived value of a Babe hoodie is going to be more than ever of the perceived value of your brand's hoodie, okay? It's that simple because of branding, right? So there's the perceived value of the cost. So the pricing and value of the product needs to correlate to what your customers think, right? And we have the ability to shift this, which I'm going to go talk about more on the end of this video, okay? Pricing in your market, especially, let's be realistic here. We're not competing with Supreme, Babe, Gymshark, or whatever these, big clothing brands are doing, right? We need to price your products fair, because what we're trying to do is create the most leverage for your customers to actually buy from you, other than your competitors, right? And pricing is really a big one, because if our pricing is better and our quality is better, like we're giving them a reason for them to buy from us, okay? And the low, mid, high ticket products. So making sure in your brand, because the mid ticket product is always going to be the evergreen and the bestseller. It's just how it goes, right? Making sure your high ticket product is set up to make the mid ticket product look good, right? And the mid ticket product, make sure it upsells to the low ticket product so you can increase your AOV, right? So that's sort of the funnel you ideally want to follow, okay? Number 3 is product. Obviously, that's the most important aspect of this whole business, okay? You have to have a proven product, right? Obviously, when we don't want to send out, shitty products, okay? So make sure you have a proven product. But most importantly as well, this isn't something I wrote, you want to have a product where especially it's proven in the market already, okay? Like that base silhouette, okay? I've made a video on this as well. It's like you want to have a base silhouette that's already proven, because the one thing you gotta realize is, like, when you're a new clothing brand, you have all these disadvantages, right? We're trying to find the most advantageous point to get the highest leverage. So, for example, if there's a popular trend around a hoodie design, then copy it, right? You utilize it towards your brand, not copy it obviously A to Z, but you get the point, okay? So trust, perceived value over cost, and then there's product, okay? Fourth is attention / traffic, okay? We need to build a consistent acquisition channel, right? Whether that be paid or organic, okay? And obviously the whole point of this video is to see how we can build this with our creative system, because the creatives are going to be the feel for the brand, okay? And the brand's which is a brand's unique mechanism, okay? Brand has to have a unique mechanism that solves a direct problem and solves an indirect problem. And I go really deep into this because this is really important, because this is a leverage I'm talking about, okay, when you're starting out, right? This is the most important part, because when you don't solve a specific problem or add any value in your market with your clothes, then it's going to be really hard for you to sell just through the design alone. Like even with the brands that you may like, the designs that they like, that solves it provides significant value to their market, believe it or not, okay? So think about when you're making a product, either does it solve a direct problem or does it solve an indirect problem? Either it builds a significant emotion or whatever it is, okay? So these are the multiple factors, and if it's not done right, that could actually be stopping you from your customers, buying from your brand, okay? And all these underlying bottlenecks can be solved with the correct creatives. This is why building out a creative system and making sure you put out the right creative is going to determine your success for your clothing brand. It's literally, I like to use this word like simplicity, right? Because simplicity is everything. Like, it is everything, okay? So let's look at trust, okay? Trust is solved by high quality creatives, okay? Do they feel safe while buying? Like if you look at a brand that has photo shoots, different UGCs wearing it, really high quality creatives on like a bit of exaggerating on like a movie camera, like of course they're gonna feel more trust and feel more safe buying from your brand compared to a brand that's everything done on like an iPhone 5, right? It's logic, right? This meaning expectation, product quality, shipping time, like quality just builds trust, okay? The perceived value over cost, okay? Solved by high quality creatives. Why? Because the value of a product is determined how well it's captured in your creative. And if the quality of the creative is good and you capture it the right way, which I'm gonna go through this video, then you can increase the perceived value of your product, okay? Product, okay, capturing how well your products, this sort of goes hand in hand, okay? Can be solved by high quality creatives. Like you can have the most shittiest product, but the way you build out your creative is so good that it just doesn't matter and it just looks so fucking good, right? Like you just see this shitty product, let's just say we have product 1, product 2, they're the same hoodie, but brand number 2 just does it so well, uses the right influencers, uses the right angles, uses the right camera to make the product look so much more good than it is and make it actually look cool. That's what I mean, okay? Acquisition source, paid ads, organic, or whatever you're gonna use, need creatives, and especially in 2025, the ad success, right, if you're running meta ads, is going to be determined by the quality of your creatives, okay? And brand's unique mechanism. I have no idea why I just wrote over that, okay? Brand's unique mechanism, okay, is solved by, once again, high quality creatives, okay? So, solving direct problem, solving indirect problem. We need to show our customers how we can actually do that. How are we gonna do that? Videos, VSLs, static ads, highlighting a unique selling point, unique value proposition, right? Through high quality creatives, okay? Like the reason I sort of wrote this down is because like you gotta understand all the stuff that's actually stopping you from getting consistent sales can be solved by one factor, which is building at high quality creatives, right? So if everything can be solved with just one acquisition by building a high quality creatives, why are we working on it is my question, okay? So now let's actually get into meat of things of this video, okay? Because hopefully now you understand the importance of this, okay? So winning creative consists of these aspects, okay? I'm gonna break it down further of this whole process. This is the 4-pillar process that me and my clients use, okay? But let's get into it, okay? So number 1 is obviously the overall quality, like the quality in terms of the visual, the branding intent needs to be perfect, okay? Number two is the product presentation, and what I mean by that is how well the product is presented, like the wrinkles of the product, the lighting of the product, those little details showcase, believe it or not, actually really matter on how well the product is presented, because this goes directly ties to perceived value. Like you can have a product that's so good, but if it's like wrinkles and dirt shit over it, right, then the perceived value of the product drops, right? Number three is with every single good creative, especially in the ad acquisition process, it makes a customer stop, right? Because especially if we're going to advertise on Meta, we're living in they have really short attention spans with anything. So they're scrolling. In order for us to stop, they've seen 1 million ads that day, right? There needs to be a reason to stop and look at our ad, right? So the best ads I've seen, they all make their customer stop, and they really have a good stop rate, right? Good hook in the videos, okay? Number four is your creators needs to relate to ICP, okay? Oh, strong. Okay. Well, what I mean by that is it needs to relate to your ideal customer profile in some sort of way. So for example, if we have a gym brand, if you watch my videos, I use this example a lot for some reason, okay? Let's just say we have a gym brand. We don't want any, unfit people, wearing our products, because that doesn't represent them, right? For example, if we're making a gym brand for bodybuilders, right? We want bodybuilders actually wearing a product, and we're going to use that creative, right? We need to find some relatableness, right? It doesn't always have to be the models. Other way is emotions, right? Let's just say the pricing, right? We built this product for people who work a, 18-hour job, who, is in this income bracket, whatever it is, right? Right? If they hear that and they actually do it, they're going to relate to it and buy from you, right? This is literally the strongest factor, right? If someone trusts you and relate to your brand, they're going to buy from you. Simple, okay? Number five, it gets ICP to buyer state. So buyer state is basically the moment in their mind, the customer's mind, that they've actually decided to buy your product, okay? It's like that feeling where, because most of your purchases, especially in streetwear, gym, whatever it is, they're almost like impulse buys, right? It's like you've seen it, it looks cool, the pricing's good, the creative's good, I can trust this brand, buy. Like half of the time, most of the customers, it does happen, but most of the customers, when they see an ad, the process of them buying is very quick. This is why e-commerce is very powerful. No one takes a whole 1 year to decide if they're going to buy that product, okay? So ICP to buy state. So if there's, think about it, right? If we get, they like their creatives, let me go here. If they trust us, if they think the price is fair, if they think our product's good and is what they need, okay? And we got them to a website, okay? And it solves a direct problem, right? They're in the buyer state. To push it even further to buy, maybe add urgency. Maybe add scarcity, right? Those little factors is what's going to take them straight away, right? Buy, okay? So here's some quick examples of good high quality creatives that, follow these 5 pillars, okay? Obviously, I'm going to go into this is basically more in detail of how we actually build these ad creatives, okay? So I just want you to have a look at it. I'm not going to go explain one by one, but it does everything these creatives do follow the exact 5 pillar, I keep saying pillar, but whatever you want to call it, I don't really care. This 5-step process, right? Obviously, number one, the quality of these is all excellent. Like I can zoom in, right? They're fucking beautiful. Okay, product presentation. Yeah, it's beautiful, right? It shows a utility on how the product should be worn, okay? Beautiful, okay? Makes customers stop. Beautiful, bro. Beautiful. Right, relates to ICP, right? Use the, for the models as well. Uses the ideal customer profile, their ideal customers, and then gets the ICP to buyer state. So before I get into this process, which is the main part of this video, yeah, this is amazing, right? This made us shit tons of money in terms of ROAS and everything, okay? Before we sort of get into this, the main thing I want you to understand though is this process I'm about to talk about is specifically for ad acquisition, but organic creatives and ad creatives sort of go hand in hand, right? But the creatives you build for organic, if it works well, it has a good chance of working for ads. And if the ad acquisition we build works well, it has a good chance of working organic. So it goes hand in hand. But this process I'm going to talk about is specifically for the ad acquisition, okay? So let's get into it, okay? So there's 4 main things I want you to understand that's going to fucking blow your clothing brand up in terms of building out these amazing creators, and you're gonna get shit tons of sales, okay? Number 1 is building a winning environment, scroll stop, inform/detail, and click, which gets them into buy state, okay? So let's go into building out a winning environment first, okay? So this is the most important part because I see most brand owners that I talk to, and I talk to a lot of small brand owners, and this is honestly the biggest bottleneck, okay? The thing you need to have is obviously number 1, must have product in hand, okay? How are we meant to make the creatives if we don't have the product in hand, okay? Number 2 is have some sort of equipment, right? Most of you guys have an iPhone, right? Android, I'm not a big fan. I'm just kidding. You can use Android as long as it's good, okay? All I'm trying to say is as long as it's not an old phone. Most of these, in 2025, the phone's good. If you have a camera, fucking amazing, even better, okay? Number 3 is environment, okay? I'm gonna go into this a bit more later, okay? Number 4 is models, friends, family, okay? You don't need like these Kendall Jenner, there's there's like $2 million models, like fuck that, okay? Your friends will do, your family will do if you don't know any, models that like influencers, okay? Number 4 is editing software like Photoshop, Canva. There's a lot of free ones out there. You can suss through. This is the basic one, okay? You just want to touch it up a bit. Okay, transportation as well. This goes hand in hand with the environment because obviously you're not going to take all your creatives at home. Right? Yeah, right? So that's important. And okay, so this is important. Go around for scenic areas, okay? Potential spots that fit your brand vibe, like wherever you live, okay? So I'm from Australia, right? Wherever you live in your city or wherever, you want to find specific environments and spots that actually fit your brand vibe for you to do the photo shoots or lifestyle pics for your models, family and friends, because having those key areas is super time saving, right? Like if you know a spot, right, that's going to be beneficial to building out these creators because again, like look at these stuff, right? They're all like the quality matches the environment of it, okay? So sort of going around your town, if you already know it, great. Going around your city, sort of finding a place that is really good to take these type of creatives, okay? Because again, everything's important. For example, if you sell golf clubs, find a cool golf club area you can take pictures, okay? Very simple, okay? We don't want to just take everything in like a dark car park, we don't want to have the same environment every single post we have, every single ad we have, right? You sort of get the point, okay? So winning environment, just sort of setting us up to have the actual resources and materials to get this thing started. Okay, number 2 is we need to really focus on scroll stop, okay? Because I can't stress this enough. Like you can have the best offer, you can have the best products, you can have literally the best everything, but if we're running ad acquisition and that's our main source of attention, which is the one I mentioned on this video here, attention/traffic, okay? If we don't get them to stop, then none of that really comes into play because no one's gonna see our offer, no one's gonna see our product, and no one's gonna see how good we are, okay? So that's the missing area, okay? So the number 1 thing we need to do is grab attention at all cost, okay? Okay, I'm gonna say that one more time. We need to grab attention, okay? So when you're building out these creatives, okay? Don't just think, hey, this picture looks cool. Think about, will I stop? If I see this ad, will I stop, right? Stop scrolling, okay? But we need to figure out what is a factor that's gonna make me stop, okay? I like color. If you scroll and you see fucking bright pink, right? It stands out, okay? Insane fucking quality. Imagine you see like a fucking cinematic movie when you're scrolling. It's pretty fucking cool, right? Pattern interrupt, right? This is why UGC works so well because it doesn't look like an ad, right? When people see an ad, they scroll straight away because I've mentioned, they've seen it a million times, right? So when you have these pattern interrupts, color, insane quality, and you actually get them to stop, right? Then you're already halfway there, right? This is 50% of what makes a winning creative, okay? It just needs to stop, right? Another interesting thing as well, like you've probably seen like some, if you run a streetwear brand, you've probably seen like these flat lays, that just blow up and have insane ROAS. Their scroll stop is the product in that case because it's in trend, right? So if they see like this hoodie. Let's just say this hoodie is just a fucking trend because Kanye, whatever, like Kanye West or whatever keeps wearing them, these celebrities wearing them, okay? Then that's a scroll stop you can use. But I'm just going with the fact that we don't have that because, just you're a normal brand, right? So this is the 3 things I want you to focus, right? Whenever it comes with the color of the static ads or color of the photo shoot, right? The insane fucking quality and pattern interrupt. We need to interrupt pattern with, maybe if we're running a static ad saying, stop or, something like that, that interrupts pattern that you've never seen in the market, okay? So that's scroll stop. Number 3 is inform/detail, okay? So this is where we sort of detail, inform the customers who we're actually about and like who is this actually for. And this is the positioning we get them to the buyer state, okay? So this is actually really important as well, okay? So this is actually, I would say 45% of the ad success, okay? So 50, 45, okay? So offer, okay? So if there's an unresistible offer going on, put that down, okay? Strongest USP and UEP. So going back, does it solve a direct problem? Does it solve an indirect problem, okay? Making sure our unique selling, if our hoodie has like the most unique fucking pocket ever, make sure you put that in your fucking creative, right? Because that's our unique selling point, okay? That's what I mean by inform/detail. We need to position your products to have that, okay? Relatableness, so obviously, there's different ways, right? Different faces, humanized content, static ads, or the emotional storytelling stuff, okay? Inform and show what your product actually does, either through creative or text, right? All winning creatives follow one thing. It highlights the product very, very fucking well, okay? So you need to be in the position when you actually build these static ads, when you actually build these, when you take these flat lays, like for example, let's just say I'm taking a flat lay, right? Am I showing the strongest unique selling point of the product, right? If it's the fucking print of this left hand of the hoodie, then fucking go closer to it, right? And let's just say you're just taking a picture of your friends, right? Right? Does it represent well, right? In terms of lighting and everything, right? Because if design is a big factor in why your product should sell, then you better make sure the quality is good to show that, okay? So that's what I mean by inform/detail. And if you have an insane offer, build the static ads. Don't just put a studio picture and you have this fucking 90% offer going on. That's a joke. Don't run 90% offers, but 50% offer going on, then fucking put that in your creatives. 50% off. Why are you running studio pictures if you have a 50% off offer, right? And you think if you just put that in the primary text and headline, they're not going to read that. Them reading that is so fucking low, right? So make sure you put that, okay? This is super important. If you have, again, like if you have any question with it, just give me a message on Instagram. Happy to help you out. Happy to help you out, okay? Last thing, this is 5%. Again, this is the thing I mentioned before. It's just getting them to the buyer's state, okay? So, click is, this is getting to the buyer's state. This is just that extra 5% for them to actually fucking buy. Because sometimes when people get into buyer state, we don't want to get them to just think and think and think. We want to get them to buy. We want to get them to fucking put the credit card details, boom, buy, okay? So we do that by building urgency and scarcity. So imagine, like, let's roll through it, okay? So we're running this creative and we get them to stop, right? We grab the attention and we're running, like, their product, this hoodie is exactly what I need because I'm a hiker, right? And I hike a lot and this product solves my warmth because I'm really cold and there's an extraordinarily fucking good offer, 40%, right? Now, urgency. This 40% offer ends tomorrow and there's only 30 hoodies left. Do you think they're going to wait another 3 weeks to fucking decide, or do you think they're going to buy now, right? They're obviously going to buy now. This is exactly what I mean, okay? Second example is clear CTA, clear call to action, okay? Make sure you tell them what to do, especially meta ads. It's not learn more, it's shop now, right? Just because you put out this offer and everything and you don't say shop now, then they don't know what's gonna be up, okay? So you need to tell them to shop now, okay? And you can amplify this with offer, okay? So this is the 4-pillar creative system we use to generate shit tons of fucking money and revenue with ads alone, okay? If you have any questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram, but please implement this, all right? Or you've just wasted 25 minutes of your time. See ya.